Hi, this is All This Science, the science podcast that describes an interesting aspect of science in 5 minutes or less. We are Camryn, Sara, and Maddie. We are the guest podcasters for this episode, hand sanitizer.
There are 3 main types of hand sanitizer. They are...
Wait, guys, I need to put on some hand sanitizer before we can start.
Ugh, Sara, stop already.
As I was trying to say earlier, the 3 main types of hand sanitizer are alcohol-based, ammonium compound-based, and natural ingredients-based. Alcohol-based hand sanitizer is the most effective, and that is what we will be focusing on in our podcast today.
For non-alcohol-based hand sanitizer, the most notable compounds are benzalkonium chloride and benzethonium chloride.
Natural-based hand sanitizer agents may kill some germs, but they are not as effective as alcohol-based hand sanitizers.
Most hand sanitizers that people use and the ones that are marketed are alcohol-based.
Alcohol disinfectant qualities come from its ability to denature proteins in some germs.
See, Sara, not all of your germs are being killed.
Not all germs have the same cellular structure, so alcohol won't combat against germs that don't have an envelope or cellular wall.
This is why hand sanitizers are effective against bacteria, because they are single-celled microorganisms made up of fatty lipids. There are cellular walls surrounding a core of genetic material and proteins.
Hand sanitizers break down the fatty lipid wall of bacteria to expose its core to the alcohol. Once the alcohol hits the core, it begins to break down the protein in the cell until the bacteria falls apart and can no longer function. In fact, when used correctly, hand sanitizer kills 99% of bacteria on your hands.
But what about viruses? As soon as flu season kicks in, it seems as though almost everyone has a hand sanitizer on them. Viruses are not like bacteria. They are not all structured alike as bacteria is. Viruses that have a protein envelope, such as influenza or H1N1, are denatured just like bacteria. However, some viruses that do not have this coating cannot be destroyed from a hand sanitizer because the alcohol cannot react with them.
See, Sara, you can only kill some germs with hand sanitizer. How many hand sanitizers do you have in your bag right now?
12!
Is hand sanitizing better than washing your hands? The CDC has said that hand sanitizer is a good alternative when you do not have soap and water handy. And indeed, hand sanitizer does kill a lot of germs. However, that does not mean that you should replace hand washing with hand sanitizing. Many studies have shown that soap and water are still the key to cleanliness and stopping the spread of germs. This is because of the difference of how the two products work.
As we mentioned earlier, hand sanitizer destroys bacteria by forcing bacteria to break apart and become useless. That does not mean that they are no longer there. In fact, they are still on your skin. Now, on the other side, hand soap and water do not completely destroy the germs, but it does completely remove them from your skin.
Just because you are disinfecting something does not mean that you are clean. You need to wash your hands in order for the bacteria to be removed off of your hands.
The danger of hand sanitizers are that people think they can use them instead of washing your hands, but really it should only be used in between the washing.
The other main reason why you cannot give up washing your hands is that your body is not designed to be sterile.
Ew, that's disgusting. At least my body's sterile.
Actually, it is not. Alcohol doesn't differentiate between good and bad bacteria. Good bacteria is needed on our skin to balance out the bad bacteria. Good bacteria also helps alert the body when something is wrong, and it keeps our skin healthy.
Does that mean I need to slow down my hand sanitizing?
Yes, Sara, it does. However, overall, hand sanitizing is a good choice when you do not have visible dirt on your hands and need an alternative to hand washing.
If you are a cleanliness-obsessed germaphobe,
Sara,
who uses hand sanitizer as frequently as you do lotion, there are some serious dangers that you need to be aware of.
Antibiotic resistance, especially with the ingredient triclosan. In hand sanitizer with lower resistance to diseases by killing good bacteria, thus making you immune to antibiotics.
Alcohol poisoning. In March 2012, 6 California teens were hospitalized because they ingested hand sanitizer. Whether you do that intentionally or accidentally, it is equivalent to taking a few shots of hard liquor.
A weaker immune system.
Toxic chemicals. If your hand sanitizer is scented, then it is loaded with toxic chemicals. Synthetic smells contain phthalates, which disrupt your endocrine system.
So the real question is, should I be hand sanitizing every 5 minutes?
No, you can hand sanitize the odd time. However, you cannot sanitize too frequently. It is also better to purchase hand sanitizer without a scent and trislocan. It is still much better than washing your hands, though. Plus, wouldn't you rather take a break from class to go wash your hands instead of just putting hand sanitizer on in class?
Sara, what is even in your hand sanitizer?
Urea! Ew, that's so gross!
Sara, I'm throwing out all of your hand sanitizers for good.
No!